Hey, so update. None of the I haven't actually seen the FBI that I called, and that organization where they attack Asians and they're trying to do the protection thing, trying to figure out maybe what's going on or something. But anyways, they never contacted me, but whatever happened to those last couple of days, it settled down. So I'm not for sure if they were just hating on me because I still live in my car, or like, I know this town's full of evil people. I already know that. This town is flooded with them. They like practice bad witchcraft here. Because whoever wants to, when they watch this video, just look up Sikeston, Missouri. All news articles that they actually published are horrific things. And they probably had to publish them because they were so horrific. Gossip would get out spread. But there's much more horrible things that I've actually personally witnessed in this town. That's unfortunate. Like, I had to walk away because things were so bad. So, and like I said again, this is like back a long time ago, but I've always constantly tried to like keep a prayer onto my kids that they're protected, no matter how much no one listened to us. Like, no one ever listened to us when we were like, hey, things are not going right. No, that's not what they needed. They needed their own like little acting skits. That's what gets put out there. What they I guess they have a skit. It seems all premeditated, but anyways, I've just been really doing a lot of observing. So there is a lot of cars in this town that have dents all over them. So possibly it's probably an insurance scam. I don't know. My daughter, I talked to her. Hers, I think, is generally, she really did bump into things. I hope she's not lying to me, but we had a talk. So her car that she's driving now, I better not see another dent in. Regardless, I don't want to push her into any more trauma of what she's been through. It's just, can you imagine having a Korean dad who has a belief system of the old Korean ways? So basically that's what my kids went through, and then topped it off with some regret and some, anyways. And I don't blame anyone except for the judge. And this is why I blame the judge. And I don't have any hard feelings towards him. Like, he doesn't have to worry that, I've got a vendetta against him, because that's not how I work. But what happened was the judge has went to school for years and got hired specifically for his talent to defer whether a saying that someone says is a lie or not. And everything that was going on in court was a lie against me, because he clearly was angry that I left him, and he clearly was angry that I now was feeling happy that I was, on my own. And then I was just so happy and willing to share the kids back and forth, and I didn't want alimony, I didn't want child support. My own lawyer, which I didn't know at the time, I should have not have gotten a lawyer from the same town I lived in, but my own lawyer was even partly in on it, because he was always so upset with me that I didn't want to get alimony and that I didn't want child support. He said that I was stupid for not wanting, And what I tried to explain to him was the reason why I didn't want those things in a divorce was because the marriage did not work out. Hold on, we're going to get a video of this little one I haven't seen. But, yeah, he just didn't, he felt like I was stupid because I didn't want those things, but I never wanted those things. Those kinds of things comes with attachments. So if you get money from someone, you got a little message in. So if you get money from someone, they can put a thought into that money, and then it carries on to you. So same with an article. So someone could give you a gift, anything material, and they could just sit there and be like, I hope this person gets really sick that I give this to you. I hope this person gets really sick that I give this to you. And then that item is sitting in their house, and it has been known to cause a sickness. But so that's why I'm really careful. That's why you noticed in my other videos too, I only have stuff that I buy from the stores. I try to stay away from used clothing too, because I also learned something very intuitive when I was visiting a homeless shelter, that this lady said, don't you get tired of wearing someone else's clothes with all the spirits attached to it? And I never thought about it, but that's the same thing of the if someone gives you a gift or something, like they have put a thought on it, and then it can affect you. So I try to be really careful. That's why I've been so picky about my jobs that the corporate job gave me, because if I go up to a house and I get a certain feel of it and it makes me feel uneasy, or everything was fine outside and then I get inside the home and everything feels a little not so right, it's my job to determine if I'm going to be safe there, if my health is going to be altercated. All these things go through my mind. So, but I'm going to wash my hair, and I think, you guys, I'm not going to do the hair mask because I thought I got it all washed out, but the hair mask, it says thoroughly wash out, and I don't think I got all of it out, and it's making my head feel stiff. But I'm just so impressed. Thank you for all the people that do the oils. Thank you to everyone that does the butters. My skin feels great. I realize I've went through some little physical blurbs, but there's a lot of jealousy going on. A lot of jealousy. When I get up and I look around, and it's true. And even, okay, so hardly no women put in this kind of effort to take care of themselves. I did notice that. In the other countries, they do. But in America, they don't. Statistically, 85% of America is a criminal. So to me, that means anybody, even from other countries, that wants to come in and live here, you're probably on the run. You did a lot of crimes. 15% of people living in America are actually decent human beings. Because, yeah, if you want to go around committing crimes, you're not decent. I did say that. You are not a decent person. If you want to feel like you're doing something bad, go drink 7 beers instead of 6. You buy them in the 6-packs. That's the dosage. Drink 7. Throw a party. Throw a party out on a abandoned barn land. what else? There's so many things that you could do, but in America, we've got human trafficking. And that's another thing, because I learned that the human and sex traffickers' colors are purple. So we're going to drive down the street down here, because I kind of had a suspicion that there was a lot of stuff that's being done bad to children here, just by the articles of material things that I've seen, and just the amount of kind of perverts that are allowed to just kind of hang free in the park. Like normally you would have a creeper, a pervert or whatever. You would, the mom would call park security, because they're all over, and then park security would kind of circle around enough so that they would scare them off. But here, it's like, and this has really got me creeped out. Here, you'll see like a mom playing with her kids, and then the creeper will pull up, and the mom doesn't do anything. Okay, now, when I was a mom and I had my kids out in public and the creeper showed up, because they're everywhere, because remember, 85% of America is filled with criminals. So when the creeper would show up, I would grab my kids and I'd go to a different area. Like, we'd be in the store and there'd be one. We'd be in the parking lot and one would try and come up to us while we're trying to get ready and get into the store. We'd be at the park. And it's like, oh my God, like I would pick my kids up and leave. But I have noticed here that Johnny Jackoff pervert that probably has done immensely terrible things, and in hell he'll be burning, and like the devil will be just constantly tormenting him. He'll never have that good feeling again. But while he's alive on earth, it's almost like he's praised. Like, the mom will kind of dangle her kid around and like show it off, or like, I had one time where they started it wasn't they either started breastfeeding or like changing their kid's diaper right in front of Johnny Jackoff pervert. Like, I could tell he was Johnny Jackoff pervert. And then she just looks like one of the preps you would see in school, where, just plain hair, little plain shirt, little spandex pants, and, lugging around her two toddlers. But, yeah, here it's a little bit different. They don't run from the perverts, none of them. So, and we were going to do a drive around town too, so we could kind of see like all the houses and stuff. But, anyways, so that's just my conclusion. And it was just more like kind of letting me know that I was right about my intuitions. I was right about my feelings, that I'm not going to admit anymore that it was my fault, because even your gut instinct, you're half wrong. So you don't rely on your gut. Your gut is not your 100% foolproof way, because remember, the devil can even trick you. So if a human really wanted to throw you off and trick you, they could portray they're anything that they want. Oh, look at what happened when I moved into Bob's house. That was come meet some of my wife's cheerleader friends from the Dallas Cowboys. I've got a beautiful mansion. There's already 2 guys and 2 girls that are renting out the rooms here. So it's full of tenants. And I get there, holy fuck shit. never met a goddamn cheerleader, learned about how they take drugs, stuff them up in turkey legs, and insert them into women. And that's how the sports and cheerleading works. So, it's just little things. And I didn't see it. As a matter of fact, before I moved there, I sat and I prayed about the decision because I thought, I'm not making a lot of money here, and looks like there's a ton of jobs, higher minimum wage, and another thing, it didn't sound like it was too good to be true, because when you go on Craigslist for the room rentals, all kinds of people are doing this, and you can clearly tell the ones that are strictly for dating and the ones that are serious about making a little extra money, especially due to COVID. COVID made rent go up everywhere. So anyways, so I am doing a lot better. I've calmed down a lot. It's just little, things that just you hope for the best for your children, and then when a legality figure steps in and kind of takes that from you, and you don't have any support, because I definitely didn't want my children around the people that adopted me. They are all bad, and so, like I said, it's just very disheartening that I just went through all of this, and more disheartening that my kids went through it, and I felt like I need to kind of figure out how. There was just nothing I could do. There was nothing I could do. I remember the year I bought them Christmas presents. It was the first Christmas after the divorce. And their Christmases, their rooms were filled with every toy that you could see on the Walmart toy shelf. So that divorce for the first year, and I now wasn't spending his money. I was spending my money. And I went to actually worked overtime. No, I didn't work overtime. I just ended up not getting a whole lot of stuff for myself, and I saved back 3 weeks worth of paychecks. Because remember, I only made minimum wage. I wish I would have been smarter and socially and intellectually, but it just didn't happen. So I just kind of stayed in that where you maintain, because my bosses, where I'd go in to ask for a raise, and they're like, that's a good one. So I just I worked 3 weeks, didn't hardly spend any of that paycheck, and I got the kids a bunch of Christmas toys, and I was like, the majority of the time you're at your dad's, so I don't care, you can take all of these with you. And they came back the next Wednesday. He had made them throw every single Christmas present that I got them away. So that's just a little insight on how things kind of went. So, it's I basically just been living. I feel like I get up, I breathe, I walk, I work, I live, and I so want my kids to be happy. That's my only goal. I don't feel like they need to go through stuff like that. Children don't really do a whole lot of damage. It's the damage they do, if they do damage, it's been caused from something else. Because anyways, so, but that's just my little video. I'm gonna get on here and answer my message, because work messaged in. So I will go ahead and go, and I've got to wash my hair. So but yeah, it's just been going like that. And it's been so hot lately, but I've kind of been like sitting under these park pavilions. And then I noticed someone had told me that the Freon in the air conditioning is really like unhealthy for us. And I was like, why was I thinking I felt better being outside more? But it's not that I want to be homeless and be living outside. Like, I want my own place, but or to rent somewhere. But yeah, this is so strange. And then I started noticing, I was like, since I've been out of air conditioning for so long, like when the air hits me, it's like, whoa, you know? So maybe there's some truth to it, and we need to be really careful about our air conditioning ways. Anyways, here's to good health. I think that when we all like get to that age limit where we fall over and die, it should be peacefully and not in horrific pain. So let's all stay off these chemical foods. Let's stay away from the genetically modified. Let's all go non-GMO, organic. Be careful because a lot of the companies lie. So do your research. Go stick with restaurants. Stick with fast food. Even truck stop food that's packaged up. So I just really encourage it. I want you guys to get on your oils. I want you to get on your butters. And I just want a group of us to help spread this positivity. Let's stay away from the criminals. Let's avoid them at all possible. Stay away from your bad neighborhoods. If you have to, get in your car and go live at rest areas and other places and save up your money from your job because you're breathing in black mold, or you have to live in roaches because your landlord just doesn't care. Get out, please, please. This is doing detrimental damage to our health. So please, your mind will clear up. You will feel happier. So please, please, everyone, let's encourage, even if you want to drive by like the little farm things where they grab their genetically modified seeds and their fertilizer chemicals that are killing everything. Don't be hateful. Smile and wave and say, do you see me? I'm on organics. You can do it. You can switch. So, basically sometimes I do that because I have to drive by a lot of the little, little chemical plants and stuff. So, and then just really be careful. Avoid what areas you're going to move into. You don't want to be around factories. You don't want to be around anything like people that like to burn a lot. So let's just be very, very careful, and let's all stay really pretty and safe. And my little blurb is soon just winding out because my goals are immensely strengthened, and I am going to get through this. And I'm doing it all on my own. So I just hope that I guess that was a little interruption. Oh yeah, it was. The chemical plane. The reason why we don't have any flowers and we're all sick. But remember, he might have been raised like that. He might have not ever heard of organic. So, he might be, when he goes home, he has, parents that kind of keep him in a room all day long, and then they only let him out to fly the plane. So we don't know what's going on. So anyways, bye.